In my freshman year of college, I pledged to become a brother of Chi Upsilon Zeta, a multicultural social justice fraternity. One interesting fact about our brotherhood would be it's a tradition to get a haircut at this one barbershop located on Geary and 18th. Amongst the three brothers who run the shop, Francisco is the youngest and also, in my fraternity's opinion, the most talented.
Well, my name is Francisco. I'm currently working at Dick's Barbershop, and it's pretty much a family business. I would say late or mid 60s, my great uncle Dick owned this shop, and my dad took over, and that was that pretty much. And then my brother came following, and so did I. I became a barber because pretty much I would say it was my last resort. I couldn't take valeting cars anymore, having bosses or whatnot. I didn't really think that I was going to be good at what I do. Yeah, I had no previous knowledge of it at all whatsoever. Everything I learned was from school and picking up little, tricks from my dad and my brothers here and there and putting it in my own style.
My usual barber back in my hometown in Hawaii works in a shop right across the street from both my middle school and high school. He and Francisco both share in common their loyalty to the area where they had started their careers.
This is where I was raised, especially, I like San Francisco. I don't see myself cutting anywhere else, especially like in suburbs where it seems to be slow or whatnot.
Francisco and his brothers face rising costs in order to stay open, especially for their loyal customers.
Bills, man. One of them is bills, like water, garbage. I would say the lease. I mean, this building has been sold, so if anything, we might get kicked out at any time. But if the current owner that bought this building is willing to keep us, I'm already sure that he's gonna increase the rent ridiculously. So we might have to charge a little higher just to keep up, with payments or whatnot. And we don't really like to charge much. We like to, hook people up in this neighborhood with clean cuts for cheap, really. A lot of them even tell me, hey, if you guys raise your price, they'd still come. They'd inform me, like, we're still loyal to you guys. And they do understand why we raised the price, because the cost of living in San Francisco and owning a business, it's been increasing lately.
Dick's is open from 8 in the morning until 5 in the afternoon, with only 1 hour closed midday for lunch. Customers come from all different walks of life, and I had to ask if he had any funny encounters.
I do. Usually they all come from, high school kids. Like this one kid wanted a taper fade. Usually you get that from the back and the neck. But he said he wanted to start something new and wanted it in front of his head. And I warned him. I told him, look, man, visually, you're going to look like you're balding drastically. Like you're going to look like you're balding bad. And he kept on telling me, no, it should be cool. It should be cool.
Think of hair being cut like a gradient, starting from bald skin to gradually longer hair. That's what a taper fade is, and this kid wanted this gradient effect starting from his forehead.
And I even showed him a picture of a taper fade in the back of the neck to show him how it would be. He was not happy, and I told him, I warned you, this is how it's gonna look. And in your own mind, you probably thought you were really cool walking down the block or whatever, but it's not gonna work,
It's not just trendsetters who sit down in his chair, but also those certain few who just need an open ear. Clients and their hairdressers have a very special relationship with one another. I asked Francisco if this is true, if he has ever been a shoulder to lean on.
Very true, yeah. I mean, sometimes I get people that sit down in a chair and just vent problems to me, and I'm not gonna sit there blind to it or ignoring them. I try to somewhat help them out with their situations, but I would say I have 4 tops that really vent out to me. I have one high school kid that really tells me his problems with his girlfriend and things of that nature, and you just gotta steer him in the right direction.
Francisco has been cutting hair for 8 years, which is surprising to me because he could pass as a fellow college classmate. I asked if he still holds that same passion he had when he first started.
I do like cutting hair a lot, yes. It seems like I'm gonna be doing this till the day I die, really, because I like what I do. I don't have any bosses or whatnot to tell me what to do, nor crazy employees that'll drive me nuts, so I think this is it for me, really. It's true what they say, pursue what you really like to do, something that you would enjoy, or else you're just gonna be just frustrated on a daily basis. If you're gonna go for something that pays but you hate it, that's pretty much pointless, It's just like you're going to suffer every day you're going to work. And you don't want that for yourself. And just be good, whatever it is, and you will make that money eventually. When I see somebody get up from a chair and they're smiling, they love their haircut, that right there is more than enough for me. To just have them happy with their cut and makes their day better. Simple guy. I don't do much really. My party days are over. It's just pretty much work, spend time with family, go home, repeat the whole thing again.